I know, you're pretty tough, but you're pretty old too. I think that is Secret over there, so we'll walk to her. Yeah. So in my experience, when it comes to blanketing, the storms that involve a lot of warm precipitation, if you will, where it comes down kind of as rain, and then it turns cold and freezes, so like your sleet storms or rain into snow, I find that it's almost too warm to put on super heavy jackets, with the exception of certain vulnerable horses like Jazz, our 30-year-old mare. It's too warm to put on like big old blankets. And to me, all of the waterproof rain jackets are kind of a joke. No offense, I'm not going to get any endorsements from this. So I have found the best answer to that type of storm, like your fall or spring storms, where you have a combination of wet and cold, is fleeces. So a fleece might actually take in water, right? It's gonna potentially go through the fleece material and get onto the horse, but because of the moisture wicking properties of fleece, it will actually keep a horse warmer, even if they're a little bit damp underneath. And one of the combinations that I'll do is like a fleece with a rain jacket on top of it, because you have a little bit of water repellent, and then you have that moisture wicking properties. So I'm here with Secret, and tonight I'm just going to put a fleece on her, because what we're looking at for our snowfall is that we're maybe going to have a half hour or an hour of kind of light rain, and then it's going to come down as snow. But so for her, I think the rain jacket, I don't know, just doesn't seem like it's going to be effective, as I mentioned, and I just kind of want her to stay warm enough. And then we'll check her in the morning, and if we need to put on, a bigger blanket, she'll let us know. Hi, buddy. Again, so if she gets a little bit of wet, it's not going to be a huge deal, but the fleece will help repel it and keep her dry. Like if I blanketed horses all the time, it would actually do a disservice to them, because their natural thermoregulatory system it would keep getting interrupted by the blankets. You want them to develop thick coats and undercoats. I look at the horses that don't typically fight for shelter space, or maybe lower on the totem, a little bit more vulnerable. And those are the ones that I'm gonna consider blanketing first. Snowstorms that have a combination of cold, wet, and wind, and then I might consider blanketing everybody, because that's your blizzard conditions where the moisture will go right into their skin and really, really cause uncomfortable conditions for them. So again, I'm a naturalist typically, but I like to help out however I can. So the only drawback about fleeces is they're just not as durable as your typical blanket. It's another reason I think most people don't put them on for these type of storms. They'll tear a lot more easily. They, if they roll in the mud, it can get pretty saturated. It doesn't have a whole lot of exterior repellent. But I think they're actually a really good solution to this type of weather. Cool. So these blankets are a little bit overkill for what we're getting tonight, but I know we're expecting more blizzard-like conditions on Sunday, and I just, with you know, almost 40 horses here, I think it's real labor intensive to dry horses off after they've been wet. I'm not a big advocate for putting a blanket on an already wet horse, maybe a fleece to help dry them off, but it, you know, takes a good hour or so for a fleece to dry a horse. So I know that I'm gonna blanket these guys, or that I would blanket them in tomorrow's conditions. And so I'm just putting them on now really as just to be proactive for Sunday night, where we're getting the blizzard conditions. Let's go nice and slow. And your gratuity. There we go for you. What a star! That was so special.